If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 208 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 against Valencia. As you can see, we're 4-3 up from the opening leg away from home. So not only do we have a 4-3 lead, they are 4 away goals as well. Obviously, we conceded 3, which doesn't necessarily help when you have loads of away goals, because the deficit is still only 1 goal. So we might as well have just won 1-0. But never mind, it was a very, very entertaining last 10 minutes against Valencia at the Mestalla in the last episode. So hopefully we can have just as entertaining a game, but fingers crossed, less goals conceded and just as many goals scored. We'll try our best at least. They're starting a 4-4-2, although 2 CDMs rather than just a flat midfield for Paco Alcacer and Araujo again up top. So obviously they're going to be strong coming forward as well as strong defensively. And as you can see, Araujo getting in a good turn here to start things off. Carlos Gil into Parejo. Good strength from him, actually, Danny Parejo, to hold off the challenge of the defender. Nice turn by Gil into Araujo, round the corner to Paco Alcacer. Not necessarily the way we wanted to start this game. That brings Valencia back level on aggregate at 4-4, but obviously we are still technically going through on away goals. The only way that Valencia can go through is to either beat me by a 2-goal margin or score 4 or more. 4 goals for them, and obviously 3 for me to make it level on aggregate would mean that we go to extra time. Otherwise, they need 5 goals to guarantee that we don't go to extra time. And obviously, a 4-3 scoreline is the only scoreline with which we can go to extra time. So, Mane turns his side, crosses the ball in. We're back on level terms at 1-1. Thank you very much. On the stroke of half-time, that's 1-1 on the night. 5-4 on aggregate to us. Valencia still with that deficit overall. So we continue into the second half, hoping that we can extend the lead overall and get ahead on the night. Timo Werner down the left-hand side. Nice little fake turn back inside. Squares it across to Strahil Georgiev, trying to get it onto his left foot, obviously. Good shot, well saved by Diego Alves, and the defender is able to clear it away before we're able to put it into the back of an empty net. So, lovely turn by Katabia here. Good save by the goalkeeper, though. Timo Werner not with the best of clearances. Got me a little bit nervous there when he kind of chested that down rather than hacking it away first time. Cross comes back in, and they do score a very, very good goal, actually. Just lofted into the box and flicked on. There wasn't too much power on it. He just guided it into that far corner. Very, very good header. That's Valencia back ahead on the night. 5-5 on aggregate now, but obviously, again, we are going through on away goals as things stand. So we cut into the box here with Strahil Georgiev. It basically, at the very, very end of the game in stoppage time, Nicolas Otamendi completely denies his entire team, entire fan base, any chance of getting themselves through to the quarterfinals because he wipes me out. Straight red card for Nicolas Otamendi, penalty for Cambridge United. Chance to make it 2-2 on the night and 6-5 on aggregate, and we take it. So we are going to go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League with Cambridge United, 6-5 on aggregate over Valencia. We did very, very well in that first leg. We did enough in this second leg to get ourselves through, and we will continue on with the Champions League in a forthcoming episode. But the second game today is back-to-back this Premier League action away from home at St James's Park, which has not been the best of hunting grounds or happiest of hunting grounds for us so far, but we are top of the league at present, although obviously, as you can see, Chelsea have a game in hand. Newcastle are having a decent season themselves as well, sat down there in 5th place, so they're chasing a Champions League spot for next season. Obviously, this is going to be the final year. As such, there's going to be so much content going up over the next few days, like 3 or 4, maybe even more episodes per day of this and the Barcelona Career Mode series all told. So definitely make sure you check the channel page and click on the link in the bottom left to take you to the previous episode if you missed it. I should have pointed that out earlier on in the video because not as many people will have made it this far in, but still, we'll continue on with how things are going so far, trying to get ourselves 3 points again to ensure our top of the league status. But as you can see, Newcastle starting off on the front foot, drawing a good save out of David De Gea, but we give the ball away cheaply. Orlando Aarons has another firing shot, or another shot that comes fired in, but good block by Amate in the box, and throws himself in front of it, and we stay at 0-0. Tony Kroos on the attack for us, though. Going to squeeze it back to Yusuf Pausen here. Not really too sure which way to go, so I just hit it, and in the end, good decision, Ches. It flew into the top left-hand corner. corner. Although, as you'll be able to see from the replay, it wasn't actually that well placed. Tim Krul's complaining, but it's his fault for the goal. You look at the way he attempts to save this. It's not that far away from him, and it's just really poor goalkeeping. The strike is not very far into the corner at all, and he almost dives sideways. If he'd have just actually attempted to get to the ball, he probably would have gotten there, and that would have kept it out. But never mind, we'll take a screamer. That's Cambridge United 1, Newcastle 0. Still not done for the first half, though. Dariyama into Rolando Aarons. Aarons into Fregi. Fregi across to Gabriel Oberten, who wins the header. Back down to Waris. Really, really nice equalising goal for Newcastle United. So, back on level terms as we headed into the second half. Start things all over again then, shall we? Timo Werner wins, or gets the ball knocked down to him by Strahl Georgiev, but a really poor pass from Timo Werner gives it to Rolando Aarons into Waris. This time, not quite so clinical a finish from the striker. Really, really loose shot with his left foot. Perhaps he is definitely right-footed. I'm not sure, actually. But James Ward-Prowse picks up the ball here. Nice ping out wide to Sadio Mane. Going to try and cut inside the defender. Wasn't the best of turns, actually, but he did enough. In towards Tony Kroos. Kroos with a shot. Into the back of the net it goes. Cambridge United 2, Newcastle 1 in the 69th minute. We'll try and extend that lead if we can. Still not sure what goal difference will be like between ourselves and Chelsea. But as you can see, we actually get picked off. They're coming up the other end now. Remy Cavallard turns inside the defender. Stands it up into the box. Lascelles there. Good block. And then the follow-up from Fregi goes over the top of the bar. Thank you very much. 2-1 victory away from home at St James's Park. A hard-fought victory as well. We definitely had to come up with some good moves there and the occasional great goal as well from Yusuf Palzen to ensure that we got 3 points. Wasn't thinking or forgot that the next Champions League game was actually in this episode, but here we go then. Champions League quarter-final times. We've drawn PSG in the quarter-finals. As you can see, Chelsea lose 2-1 to Barca in the first leg. Bayern Munich beat Dortmund 3-1, so there are still some massive names in the hat. As you might expect, in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, we're away from home again in the first leg. Look who they've got on the left of their front three. It's Neymar at PSG, Eduardo Vargas up top and Lucas on the right. So unbelievable pace in their front three. But we've got some speedy players of our own. As you'll be able to see, Saido Berahino and Strahil Georgiev starting up top. Berahino, of course, with 97 acceleration, 98 sprint speed. So he's definitely quick enough to cause the defenders some problems. And obviously this game coming just a few days after the game against Newcastle. Unfortunately, Palzen wasn't fit enough to be able to start this one. Made a couple of changes actually to the starting lineup. I think Ricardo Kiesner was starting on the left ahead of Timo Werner, and Ivaz was starting in the midfield ahead of Tony Kroos. But obviously, we've still got a very, very strong side. Unfortunately, they're not strong enough to keep them out for half an hour. 32 minutes on the clock, and PSG take a 1-0 lead. Now, we were able to get a rather large scoreline against Valencia in the first leg there. We did end up going behind as well initially in that particular game, and we went behind so far in this one, but just 2 minutes after they went in front, we've pegged them back immediately, and that really gave me some confidence that we can perhaps get a positive result from this fixture. Into the second half we go. Neymar's on the ball here. Good tackle by Mateo Masaccio. We'll try and catch him on the counter if we can, but Ivaz gives the ball away. Picked up again by Neymar to Pastore. Out wide to Lucas. He's going to try and turn inside, and I don't have any arguments there. That's such a clear-cut penalty decision. John Stones gives away a penalty. Neymar steps up to take it. I try and give it the old Bruce Grobbelaar wobbly legs, but it doesn't help. And I dive the wrong way. Neymar Jr. puts PSG 2-1 in front in this opening leg after just before the hour mark. So, Digne pushing forward, Lucas Digne, now of Roma, of course, in real life, across to De Arrascaeta. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but they've given it away. Ricardo Kiesner tries to get it to Adarabioyo, succeeds. This time we'll try and build like this and not give the ball away and then give away a penalty. Strahil Georgiev, there's space on the far side for Pione Sisto. Not too much though, but Digne decides to back away initially, and Sisto's able to break through the challenge, pulls it back, and there is Strahil Georgiev. That is 2-2 with 5 minutes to go. We've pulled ourselves back level. We've got 2 away goals as well. Again, away goals were a big factor in the first tie against Valencia as well. Over the top to Georgiev here. There's not long left. He turns his side, David Luiz. He slots it into the back of the net. A 3-2 victory scoreline away from home at the Parc des Princes against PSG. Very, very pleased with that. Georgiev brace in the last 5 minutes to go hand in hand with Berahino's goal earlier on in the game where we equalised just 2 minutes after going behind. We are top of the BPL by 5 points now. Chelsea have lost their game. They have, though, as you can see, 29 games played. So they still have that game in hand who can close within 2 points of us. But we have the advantage now. The ball is in our court. So long as we can get the results, we'll be BPL champions this season. Going strong in the Champions League as well, though, of course, we'll need to get a solid second leg result against PSG, and that will be in the next episode. When you'll see that, I'm not sure. It might be later on today. It might be tomorrow. I'm not sure when all of these videos are going to be going up, but there is going to be a lot of content going up. So make sure you check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.